next session, that is 10th session of practice of general insurance. So in my last class I have explained you all about Insurance Act in 1972, isn't it? I hope that is what I have explained. Let me check. I'm sorry, I think I have discussed about RIB, which is Regulation of Insurance Business. In that I have discussed about Insurance Act 1972. So in this subject, in my last class, I have discussed about policies, as well as I have discussed about fire insurance, isn't it? So in today's session, and I have started marine insurance policy and certificate. So in that I have explained you all little bit the definition, or else what is meant by marine insurance. So let me continue that. Marine insurance policy certificate. So we are discussing about insurance products. We are discussing about insurance products. So in that I have started marine insurance policy. So first one is fire insurance, that is over. Second one is marine insurance policy and certificate. Insurance policy and certificate. Okay. So in this marine insurance policy and certificate, we are going to discuss about its meaning now. Okay. So marine insurance, I told you all what is meant by it. Marine insurance is the insurance that is trying to cover the loss or the damage of the goods in the transit. Okay. So that means to say, if you are trying to transport the goods from one area to the other area, how you are going to transfer the goods from one area to the other area? Maybe airways, railways, roadways, seaways. Okay, these are the three ways. Means through water you will transport in the ships, and through railways you will transfer. Okay, that means in cargoes or something like that. Airways, you all know how you are going to transfer the goods from one place to the other place. So I don't know how many of you all observed, when the goods is being transferred from one area to the other area, whether it might be cargo or whether it might be train, whether it might be aeroplane or whether it might be a ship. Different means of transportation if you try to take. It is trying to transfer the goods from one area to the other area, which is having a heavy value. Okay, value of the goods is very much high. If due to a major accident, if the goods got spoiled or damaged, or else the means through which you are traveling, whether I said you are like example train or cargo or lorry or roadways like lorries, whatever. Okay, if that vehicles gets damaged, the marine insurance is an insurance which will try to cover all those loss or damage. Okay, so how you are trying to transfer the goods from one area to the other area? As I told you, ships, cargoes, terminals and any other transport by which the property is being transferred. Okay, so for that from the point of origin to the point of destination, if you are trying to give an insurance for their property and their vehicle, then you are trying to say it as a marine insurance. Okay, so marine means you have to understand that the loss or damage which is covered by the policy for the ships or terminals or cargoes, whichever is trying to transfer the goods from the point of origin to the point of destination. So it is a insurance which is given for transportation. Okay, of what? Of goods. Okay, so this point you have to keep in your mind. So we will try to understand a word called general average. What is that? General average. So in this we will try to discuss certain words. So first one is general average. Okay. So yes, what is meant by general average? So first of all, let us try to discuss about the word average. Before discussing about general average, let us try to discuss about the word average. So an equitable apportionment, okay, among all the interested party of such an expense or loss. Okay. So that means to say equal proportionate or equal allotment of the money. Now say example, now your refrigerator is worth of say 20,000. Now that got damaged. Now if insurance is giving you 20,000, then that is called as average. Means approximately if you are trying to recover the damages which is having the same value of the good, then that is called as average. Okay. So now general average stands apart for marine insurance. Okay. General average stands apart for marine insurance. In order for general average to be properly declared, so if you wanted to declare that general average means which is trying to recover your loss equally to the value of your property. So now if you want the actually general average is a part of part for marine insurance. Means what? Usually general average does not include in marine insurance usually, but if you want the insurance company to declare general average, there are certain conditions. So what are those conditions? Firstly, there must be an event which should be beyond the ship owner's control, which imperils the entire adventure. Okay. Now, when will you claim the insurance money? Only when some dangerous event has occurred. When your ship or your vehicle got spoiled and the goods in it also got spoiled. That is when you will start claiming the insurance. Isn't it? So that is called as an event. Now, so the event, if in order to declare the general average, the event must be in such a way that it must be something which is out of the ship owner's control. So through traveling in the water, okay, or when you are traveling, the ship is traveling, some incident should occur in such a way that it should not be in the control of the ship owners. Means it is out of his control. He thought of controlling the damage, but it is out of his control. So for such event, they will try to declare this general average. Next thing, there must be a voluntary sacrifice. Voluntary means, see, in some movies we observe, okay, the ship will be going, something will be out of the control of the captain, then the hero will voluntarily save everyone. Isn't it? So that is called as voluntary sacrifice. Okay. Third one, there must be something saved. Okay. Maybe you are saving the human beings, let the property go away, but you are saving the human beings. Or else if no human beings are there, you are saving some property which is important. Okay. Likewise, first thing is it must be out of the ship owner's control. Second thing is there must be a voluntary sacrifice. Third thing is, so because of your sacrifice, something must be saved. Okay. So if these three things are there, this general average will be declared. By the way, now what is meant by general average? General average is the equal recovery of of the property or else of the vehicle. Just now I told you, like 20,000 worth refrigerator you purchased that got damaged. So general average is that they will give you 20,000. Okay, so that there is no loss for you. So that is called as general average. Actually, this general average term itself is not there in this marine insurance. But when they will declare? Following three conditions. I told you what are those three conditions. Now, let us discuss about average again. Okay. So, average is a situation in which the insured person has underinsured something. Now see, the value of the cargo or else the value of the ship or the property is 2 crores. Okay. But the insured person has insured for only 1 crore. That is called as underinsured. Understood? If the value of the goods is 2 crores, you have insured up to 1 crore only. That is called as average. Now what is meant by average adjuster? Average adjuster is the one taking into consideration the above facts that that person has underinsured. What we will do is we will try to adjust the amount to that person. Though he has underinsured, we will try to adjust that amount to him. Means maybe though he has done for 1 crore, we will try to give him 1 crore 50 lakhs. Okay, means what? It's an average adjuster. So, it is like the claim amount is very less, but still we are trying to adjust him so that he will be happy. So, that is called as this general average. But we must be able to see the three conditions whichever I told you. Okay, now. What are the various specialist policies exist in this marine insurance? Policies, specialist policies. So, these are the varieties. First one, new building risk. New building risk policy. What is that? New building risk policy. So, this covers the risk of damage to the hull while it is under construction. Now, what is meant by hull? The hull is the outer body of the ship. Now, you all know rice cooker, isn't it? Everybody is having rice cooker. The outer part which is connected to that electricity is the body of the rice cooker. Inside the vessel will be there, isn't it? So in the same way, ship is also having its body. Inside the vessel will be there. Vessel means all the seaters, all the cabins, all that is called as inside body, which is nothing but inside vessel. So outside whichever body is there, you are going to call it as hull. Okay, what is that? H-U-L-L. In Google you type and see, you will get that image. H-U-L-L, hull. So, if the hull is in the construction, okay, and if there is any kind of risk attached to it or damage attached to it, if we are trying to recover that, then it is called as new building risk policy. So, you are building a body of the ship and there is risk involved in it. So, in order to recover that risk, this policy has come into picture. So, that is included in marine insurance. Next policy is open cargo or shipper's interest insurance. Open cargo or shipper's interest insurance. So girls, yesterday I guess in my 9th session I observed little bit the video is blurred. The board was also not viewable. I observed it. Not to worry girls, just concentrate on the audio at least. Okay? Yes. So open cargo or shippers. This policy may be purchased by whom? Carrier, freight broker or the shipper as coverage for shipper's goods in the event of loss and damages. Okay? So very simple one, cargoes or shippers, according to his interest he can go for insurance Why? Because if there is any loss or damage towards his goods or shipping or else cargo, so that time the insurance can recover their loss or damage. Okay, that is B. Then C, yacht insurance. So you all know what is meant by yacht. In childhood days, wife or yacht, that is what we used to read in the charts, isn't it? So yacht, Y-A-T-C-H, C-H-T, sorry, Y-A, yeah, yacht insurance. Okay, so the name itself says insurance is given to the pleasure craft, okay, which is known as yacht insurance, and it's nothing but a liability coverage. So all the small vessels and fishing vessels, okay, vessel means what I told you, the inside part of a yacht or a ship or whatever it might be. All that inside part, whichever you wanted to save, that fishing vessel or else the yacht vessels, all the smaller vessels inside the yacht, if you wanted to save it out of the loss or damage, then you are going to say it as yacht insurance. Next one is war risk. So as you all know, in many movies we saw people start declaring the wars even in the water. Okay, so this side one team will be coming, that side one team will be coming. Okay, so general hull insurance, you know, normal hull insurance, okay, like whatever it might be, the general hull insurance does not cover everything. Okay, so usually during the Gulf War, Persian Gulf War, it was done on the ocean itself. Okay, that fighting. So if you wanted to avoid the risk that is coming out of the wars that are being declared, if you wanted to avoid that loss or damage or recover that loss or damage, then it is called as war risk. Next one is increased value. What is next one? Increased value. So increased value cover protects the ship owner against any difference between the insured value of the vessel and the market value of the vessel. Okay, so increased value means what? Now, say example, when you have purchased the vessel, it was, say example, 1 crore. So you have insured for 1 crore only. Okay, now after 2 years, your ship met with an accident. Now, the insurance actually will recover you that 1 crore because you have insured for 1 crore. But actually, after 2 years, the value of the vessel got increased. That is nothing but increased value. That time you purchased for 1 crore, but now it is 1.5 crore. So, if you take this type of policy, they will try to compare the market value of the vessel and your purchased value, and they will try to recover that loss. So that means to say, if you are trying to insure with an increased value, then what will happen is, in future, if the value has been increased, they will try to recover the loss with that increased value only. Okay, so that is called as increased value. Next one, overdue insurance. Overdue insurance. So this is the form of insurance which is, widely available because of the spread of communication, okay, development of communication, advancement in the communication. So this is a early form of reinsurance, and it is bought by insurer when the ship is arriving late. Okay, when the ship is arriving late, there is every possibility of some kind of damage in between. That's why it is coming late. So it will try to cover that overdue insurance. So whatever the loss that you are facing because of the late arrival, that loss it will try to recover. So that is one policy. Last one is cargo insurance. So this is another kind of insurance in the marine. So cargo insurance, as you all know, okay, it is a insurance that is given for cargoes. If you wanted to know what is meant by a cargo, just type cargo and go and see at the images. You will know what is meant by a cargo. Okay, so these are the specialist policies in the marine insurance. Now we will try to understand claims, basis and deductibles. Okay, next side heading in the same one. I am continuing here. Claims, basis and deductibles. So marine insurance is always a return on the occurrence basis covering the claims arising of the damage. Okay, it is always a written one. Marine insurance is always a written one. So it will try to recover always based on the damage, okay, and injury that is being taken place during the policy period, regardless when the claims are made. Okay, so when you are claiming, we are not bothering about it, but during the policy period, what kind of damage it is occurring, for that we are trying to recover. That is called as claims, basis and deductible. We are not taking care of claim at what time you are going to claim, but we are going to take care of the damage during the policy period. Okay. Now, what is meant by deductible? So, claim basis means you understood. Just now I explained. What is meant by deductibles? Deductible is the first amount of the claim that the policy holder pays themselves. Okay. So, deductible means what? You yourself know that is a minus amount. Why it is a minus amount? So, when you are trying to claim the amount, the first amount will be bared by the, whatever the maintenance charges or whatever it is there. The policy holder is, he himself is putting it, it seems. That is the first amount bared by the policy holder. That's why you are taking into consideration as deductibles. Okay. Next one, marine insurance certificate. Do you want me to repeat this once again, girls? This one? Do you want me to repeat once again? Because I think somehow, I'm not satisfied with this explanation. I myself felt. So again I will repeat it. Just a second. No. Listen carefully. Marine insurance is a written form. It is in a written form. So, what it is trying to write in its document that I am going to cover your damages which is trying to take place during the policy period. Now, what is meant by a policy period? If you are trying to get insured for your all the vehicles and the property, they will try to provide that policy say for 3 years or say for 4 years. So during this policy period, whatever the damages that are taking place, they will try to recover the damages well because it is during the policy period. They are not bothering about your claims. Claims means what? Your benefits. Okay. So irrespective when claims are made. Okay. So they will not wait until the claims are being made by you or not. But during the policy period, if you are suffering with some kind of damage, they will only recover it. Okay, now you understood? Now, what is meant by deductibles? Okay, so deductibles, BLES, now this is. Deductibles means, see girls, when the danger has come, we will not wait until the insurance is giving the recoverage. So if say 1 crore is the damage, at least from our hand we will put 10 lakhs. Okay, after that insurance will come. Now every time in movies what we will see, during the danger police will not come. When everything is over, police will come, as you all know, in the same way. So first when the policy holder will try to put certain amount, then the insurance person will try to come and recover everything. So the first amount whatever he is trying to put, that is called as deductible from the policy holder side. Understood? So that is claim basis and deductions. Now marine insurance certificate. So marine insurance certificate is a document that an insurer gives to the shipper responsible for the cargo or any other shipping related activity. Okay, so that means to say, if I am insured, okay, if I am insured, I am the owner, say example, I am the owner of this cargo or is this ship. So what I will do is, I am an insured person. I will try to give that certificate, okay, certificate to whom? I will try to give that certificate to the person, okay, to whom the shipper's owner. Okay, now I may be the owner, but I am not the captain, I am not driving it, isn't it? So to whom we will try to give that certificate? To that driver, saying that don't worry, my ship is being insured. So that is called as marine insurance certificate. Now next one is certificate of insurance. Next one is certificate of insurance. It is an evidence of insurance but does not set out all the terms and conditions. So certificate of insurance means it's just a certificate stating that I have insured my ship. Okay, but it does not contain all the details related to that insurance. Next one is insurance broker's note. What is next one? Insurance broker's note. Now, what is meant by insurance broker's note? It indicates insurance has been made pending issuance of policy or certificate. However, it is not considered to be an evidence of contract of insurance. So, insurance broker's note means what? It is a note given before the certificate of insurance or marine insurance certificate. Means what? You have taken the insurance from the broker or the agent, but still you didn't get that complete bond in your hand. So before getting that bond, you are getting some kind of broker's note stating that this ship person or else this policy holder has taken insurance from us. It is a note, but it doesn't act as evidence of anything of the insurance. So what is the main evidence? Main evidence is marine insurance certificate. So it is just the broker's note. That's why they have given note stating that yes, so and so person has taken marine insurance from our LIC. From our insurance company. Okay. So this is all about marine insurance policy and certificate. Okay. So in my next session, I am going to discuss about motor vehicle insurance, and if time is left, I am going to discuss about liability, personal, accident and engineering and other insurance. So if these three I discuss, then our first unit will be over. Okay. Thank you girls. Have a nice day.